What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and today we are going to be playing a first place Gruul deck with Badgermole Cub, and then of course Ouroboroid, Nova Hellkite. This placed first place in the Japanese qualifier. The difference here is Nature's Rhythm, though. This card is a little bit interesting in the one-off. Wildfire Wickerfolk, Breakout, Overprotect, Badgermole Cub, of course. Violent Urge still, Tersa Lightshatter, and then Patchwork Beastie. So did this deck get better? Let's check it out. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We're on our way to 1,900 subscribers. I'm going to keep this hand. We're going to throw down a Llanowar Elf and... yeah, we pay. Why doesn't it just do it automatically? Because it's dealing 1 damage? Okay, whatever. Yeah, we're paying it. And go ahead and throw down the... Well, I think we gotta throw down the tap land. Go for the Llanowar Elf. This might be a quick one over because we could just Violent Urge. We didn't even pay the way we should have here. It automatically defaulted to the not dealing 1 damage. Opponents face too many reanimate decks. We get our third Ouroboroid off the top. Go ahead and pump up. Swing out. I mean, next turn we're going to go ahead and, unless opponent does something, we're going to Ouroboroid again. And we've got Overprotect. I mean, we can just also Violent Urge. So let's Ouroboroid again. Pump everything up. Boom, boom. Swing out. Deal 12 damage to opponent. Make them have an answer here. Nothing. Quick, easy, and straight to the point. And on to the next one. Alright, Thaumaturge. You got something better for us? This is a very similar hand, except we're a little bit slower on this one. So I think we got to go for the Restless Ridgeline here into the Llanowar. And then from there, we're just kind of freestyling it. We'll have to see what happens. If opponent... I mean, the longest part of these matchups might be that opponent's taking forever here. They are crafty, though, so you got to watch out for them. Oh, I just realized they got the avatar sleeve there. They got the back of the Aang Swift Savior. Was it the Twila or what? I forget what it's called. Ooh, Thornspire Verge. I think we gotta go Llanowar here. We could Violent Urge it, but it doesn't give it haste. If it did, maybe. Next turn, I think we... I mean, okay, well, we're facing everybody who's faced all these reanimate decks recently. Ooh, I was about to say, hopefully we get a land. So we can go ahead and Badgermole Cub. Go ahead and Earthbend. I think we want to do just this one. I'm going to then go ahead and throw out the Tersa Lightshatter. I think we got a Violent Urge, get rid of it. And then, because we'll draw, well, no. I was going to say we'll draw another one, right? But I'm not going to risk it. Now, next turn, we can always go ahead and Ouroboroid. Depending on what opponent has. Okay. Why would they use the Great Door? I mean, they're discarding cards. I get that. But isn't that activated by having cards in your graveyard? Why would they do that? I don't understand. Okay. So I think we Ouroboroid. So we can Ouroboroid into a Nova Hellkite. Pump it up. And then swing in, and we get some extra damage. Wow, that's actually insane. All right, opponent's down to 5, and I think we just walk away with a win no matter what, because even if they, let's say they Day of Judgment, right? We just need one more land. That's rough, buddy. We just need one more land. And then we're good to go. Because we're going to get 1 land back. We just need an untapped land. And then we hit them for 5. And I think opponent is just now realizing this. Well, there's a Day of Judgment, so that's fine. My cabbages! The worst. How dare you, opponents? They can still go ahead and sack. Well, breakout. Not bad. What we gonna get? Wildfire Wickerfolk is good. I think we gotta go Wickerfolk because then we can just go ahead and Violent Urge it. Boom, pump it up. They don't have any way to stop it. Hit them for 4, and then we just simply have to deal 1 damage to opponent. And see what they got. After. I mean, they could just burn another Day of Judgment. They could have Pinnacle Starcage. Perilous Snare. Okay. I don't think that's going to save opponent, though, sadly. I don't think it'll save them. So let's see. We didn't get our land. We got an Overprotect. If we lose simply because we don't get another land, I will be devastated. Devastated. Alright, the Great Door. Alright, Monument to Endurance. We lose 3. Opponent leaving themselves open. I mean, even just one more land. Okay, starting town. We got a tapped land. Oh, man. Let's say we can fire up the Nova Hellkite. We can fire up the man land. I don't know what opponent's going to have here. I don't know what they are going to have. Nice deck. Okay. Oh, wow. Good game, opponents. Well, on to the next one. Slippy Boggle, not Slippery Boggle. Is that one already taken? Well, I think we can just go ahead and Patchwork Beastie here. Get that out immediately. Auto pay, pay 1. Hopefully, I'm thinking we can... Yeah, let's put one to the grave. So we got a land in the grave already. We can go Thornspire Verge here. And then we can break out. And would it be crazy if we hit another Fear of Missing Out? Okay, Fear of Missing Out. Ooh, but Badgermole Cub. I think we got to go Fear of Missing Out just because we get an enchantment and creature in the grave. And then we're already pretty much there once we discard. So boom, there we go. Double combat. Look at that. That's perfect. So yeah, we pitch our own Fear Missing Out. It's crazy how the Delirium deck works on its own, where basically the only way to get enchantments into the grave is with Fear of Missing Out. That, like, there's not a lot of other options there. Like, this deck is so minimalist with the Delirium, it's crazy that it still works. Okay, Overlord of the Baelmerk. I don't think opponent realizes this might already be over, depending on what we get. Take action. That would have been our 3rd Ouroboroid. Let's starting town. Tersa Lightshatter. Go ahead and discard 2. I'll discard an Ouroboroid because I can. Go ahead and swing out. Let's do the Patchwork Beastie. Boom, boom, boom. Hit him for 3 again. And yeah, that's a wrap. Even if opponent brings everything back, we're good because we have the breakout. And good game. Quick little 3-0 in under 10 minutes. So let's get into the wrap-up. Like I said, this deck went 3-0. It was fun. I think everybody's going to be making this deck because Japan always has the coolest, craziest, like, big tournament decks that just wipe the floor with people. This one does translate to best of 1, so I would personally highly recommend playing it if you already have built the Gruul Delirium in the past. There's only a few cards that you'd really need to put it over the top, because you may not have the Badgermole Cub and you may not have the Nature's Rhythm. But let me know what you think in the comments, and once again, first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Good. Bye.